Shalom, shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS that rule and teach well in scriptures, and salutations to the Akim that are doing this work in truth and in faith and in all sincerity. Today's lesson is basically going to be about, the American dollar, the cbdc, and also the digital oil. So, without further ado, I'm going to let this play, and Lord willing, we get some edification out of this.
Brics popped up 6 months ago and said, hey, we're going to have a new currency. It's like Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland putting on a play. This has been in the works for 17 years. The following year, they created something called the Contingent Reserve Arrangement. What's that? Again, they threw in a couple $100 billion from the members. China was the biggest contributor. Again, with borrowing power, so take a couple $100 billion times 5 or 10, that's your power. And this institution was designed to be a swing lender to members who were running trade deficits or facing a run on their currency or facing the prospect of having to close the capital account. Exactly what we saw in 1997-98, by the way. I was there for that one. We ended up with long-term capital. But the pool that is a swing lender to countries with balance of payments deficit, what does that sound like? That's the IMF. So basically, they copied the World Bank. They copied the IMF. It sounded like the...
Okay, we'll follow with this particular scripture. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. It says, in those days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Now, before all this happened, and I speak as a man, but by them, the devil works with subtlety. He's cunning. He's a cunning serpent, and so Esau Edom, and if the people that don't understand who Esau Edom, that's a self-proclaimed so-called white man or Caucasian man, okay, and he's known as Esau Edom in the Bible. All right, not according to how you look, but according to your fathers. So that lineage is very despicable, so to speak. Like, as I read this again, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So there's no more hope for not only America, but there's no hope anywhere else in the world, okay, if you're not of the elect. All right, and this message goes out to the elect, okay, and so those that take heed to the message, know that we're going into a time like never before. Okay, and let's get that. All right, let's go to 20. Okay, bam. Matthew 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So there's going to be famine, death, pestilence. It's going to be a great tribulation like there never was, and there never shall be another tribulation like this that we're coming into. Okay, there's going to be a shortage of food. There's going to be a shortage of money. There's going to be a shortage of medication, water, so on and so forth. Okay, and that's going to bring forth beasts. All right, the ones that are not plugged into Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. those are the ones that have things to worry about. Okay, like the there's a portion basically of the elect that will, suffer beheadings, but they're gonna be on the first thing smoking. Okay, which is a chariot. They'll be on the first thing smoking back to this place to receive new bodies along with the rest of the 144,000 and a 1/3, okay, of men, women, and children that's elected to transition from a wicked rulership into a righteous rulership. All right. And let's get that. Well, I'll just read it out because I don't have the Apocrypha here. And it reads, it's Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 8, or Sirach. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit. And so has America not gotten riches by deceit? Rape, robbery, and murder, theft, okay, because you stole our people from the continent of Africa, and the continent of Africa was a haven for you Negroes, you Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So the Negroes of the Americas also that are still residing in Africa, the Haitians, Louisianans, okay, the Jamaicans, Caribbeans. All right, they stole and kidnapped and made slaves out of us. So there's a terrible recompense coming to the nation and nations that did this to the children of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans. Okay, Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 8 again. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So basically, you can imagine it like this. The world actually belongs to Israel, okay? And being that the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has his particular people, which are you Negroes, Latinos, you Native Americans, which were given the world at a time. But disobedience, it was ripped out of our hands and given to the other children, so to speak. And so they had their 15 minutes of fame. And I say that very loosely. Okay, they've all had their 15 minutes of fame to play with this ball, aka, the world, the power. Okay, and they abused it. But the ball never belonged to them. The ball always belonged to Israel. Okay, it was just given to the heathen nations as punishment. So don't get it twisted. All right. The Lord is going to roll with Israel at the end of the day, whether the heathen like it or not. All right. And so Esau, Edom, is just going to get the brunt of this. He's going to get the brunt of everything coming to him because he's done wickedness unto a level that's never been achieved by man ever. Esau, Edom went far and beyond the call of duty to make sure that this place is completely wicked. And that's what his power is. He was given a sword, and so with the sword he shall rule until Yahweh Hashem Yahushua breaks him asunder and breaks the power. Okay, and Lord willing, this wasn't a long lesson, given all. And Lord willing, you Akim, you Akwathium were edified. And so with that, giving all praises, double honors to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and double honors to the apostles. Until next time, Shalom.